So if you watch, Greg gets the honey hole, he does everything right, he ties up my legs, and I'm here. So I can't even get my leg free because he's got me so entangled and he did everything right. I did a lot of things wrong with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate and start to post on my forehead. Posting on my forehead frees up my hands so I can start to push on his butt and his knee so I can start to push and wiggle and get my knee free. I just try to glue my knee to the back of his hamstring, which makes it difficult for him to do anything to this leg. So if I'm able to pull this leg out, most likely he's going to follow up and try to attack this leg, because most leg lockers are going to, once one leg is out and free, they're going to re-attack with the other leg. So then you just have to be willing to rotate and continue going with the escape. So let me, where's Peter? There he is. Peter, okay, he's here. He wraps me up. Your side. I rotate. Good. My legs still up. Yeah. So we're here. I'm posting on my forehead. I post on his butt. I post on his knee, and I'm going to start to pull and get my knee to the back of his hamstring. Once again, my knee is out from the knee line, which makes it this leg safe from him wrapping up the heel hook or anything like that. So once I'm here, my goal is just to get this leg out. I might be able to slip it out. Maybe he's holding on to my foot nice and tight. I get this leg out and start to follow up. You just have to be prepared for the next line of attacks. But this is okay because I don't mind when people reap the leg. It's actually easier for me to post and pull that leg. So again, you just kind of start here. Go back up this leg. So look, he's got my legs completely entangled. I rotate and post on my forehead, post here, I pull my knee free, and I'm posting my knee behind his hamstring, keeping it safe outside the knee. If I can, I'll post and pull it all the way out. I'm not even worried about it if just my foot's stuck. If they're just holding on, this is like easy for me to start pulling it out. But if he starts to re-attack and bring the other leg over, you can see that he's trying to, if he was actually going, he's going to be trying to do a heel hook from here. But he's reaping. And I know a lot of people are scared of reaping, but I actually think it's easier to escape. I just post on this leg, kind of rotate, and I can almost go into something very similar that we did. It kind of just depends on how you do this. But the main idea is that when my legs are completely entangled, I post on my head, get my knee free, and tuck it behind his hamstring. If I can pull this leg out at this point, I can start to push on his body and pull my other leg out. So what I mean by that is I'll come here and pull that out. But as long as my knee is tucked behind his hamstring, I'm not too worried about him cranking on this leg. Right? If he tries to re-attack and attack this leg and throw that leg over, that's when I'll post. And then I can start to rotate and start to sit on him. Get something like that. Does everyone understand? It's more of a concept, an idea. There's no clear path because it might depend, he might change up what he does, and that's kind of the idea of how you get it. Does anyone want to see that again? Yes. Here, so he's got like the leg brace pretty much. Rotate, post on my head, posting on his butt and his knee. And I start to pull my leg. Right now I'm showing it where it just kind of happens, but if he's staying tight, it's going to be a little bit of a fight. I have to work just to get my knee on his hamstring. Once my knee's on his hamstring, I'm pretty safe. So if I'm able to, I'll stay here, keep my knee on the hamstring, and I'll start to work to get my other foot out and push and kick. If I'm not able to get that foot out, because he starts reaping like this, that's when I'll pull this leg out. Start posting on this leg, and then I can start to pull my leg through. It kind of goes into another escape if he was if he was starting to breathe. It's kind of going into this escape where I just push and rotate out. It's kind of like the last escape we just did. So for those who haven't seen that before, single leg or Ashi Rami, he starts to breathe, posting on the top leg, getting my leg free. Look pretty familiar. This is like the last thing we just did. Make sense? All right, any other questions? All right, 1, 2.